Howdy, my name is Astrama, and welcome back to the Cosmic Chaos, or if you're new here, welcome. So guess who's back? It's me, I'm back. I know it's been a couple of months. I have an explanation for that, but before we get into that, how are you guys doing? For me, I'm doing alright for the most part. I'll be graduating in a couple of weeks, so yippee! I figured for my first video back, well, besides the speed paint, I figured we'd just do a simple draw with me. Something easy, something casual. So with that being said, grab your sketchbooks, your tablets, and whatevers, and would you like to draw with me for a while? This draw with me video, it's going to be a bit on the shorter side, not the half an hour draw with me as I tend to do, where I just ramble like crazy while I draw. So, yeah. Might as well ease back into things. So, yeah. The video that you're seeing right now is a speed paint of a fake Twisted Wonderland card of the Playful Land attire for one of my characters. And let me tell y'all, the Playful Land event fucking rotted my brain. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was, but man, it was definitely worth the 2-year wait, because apparently Japanese servers and English servers for Twisted Wonderland are 2 years apart, which, fair enough, I guess. Anywho, so I may as well give some life updates, maybe talk about the art a little bit here and there, just chat with y'all. It's been 2 months. The reason why it's been 2 months since I really posted anything, it's because I had some back-to-back wrist issues ever since I healed from my wrist brain back in September, which was not fun, let me tell you. Yeah, it was a mix of nerve damage, ligament damage, tendonitis in a spot I'm not used to having tendonitis, and a carpal tunnel scare, which thankfully, I didn't get carpal tunnel. I mean, I know it's a pretty common RSI or repetitive stress injury, but still, it's kind of scary. My wrist is doing fine now. Lately I have been kind of overdoing it, so I will be taking it easy for a few days, just so that my wrist can, relax. So that means no comic work for a few days, but oh well. It's fine. I've learned some very valuable lessons ever since spraining my wrist, so no big deal. I did miss making stuff for y'all, and honestly, this is teaching me to definitely keep a backlog on hand. In fact, I have another video in the works, which is yet another draw with me, but it's of a style study. What that is, well, y'all will just have to see next week, or whenever I decide to edit and post the video. Anywho, let's talk about the art real quick before I ramble about the Playful Land event. I decided that for an art piece for a roleplay server I'm in, I would make a fake card for my girl Akari. I've done this before when the Glorious Masquerade event came around, and shock of shocks, I decided to do it again for the Playful Land event. I will say this one, compared to my Glorious Masquerade Akari card, that one was a lot shorter compared to this one, and you all saw the thumbnail. This took 8.5 hours total. I wish I was kidding, but when I compiled the footage, it pretty much said 8.5 hours, and I was just like, huh. And keep in mind, I took a lot of breaks to pace myself, because, recovered from wrist injury stuff. But still, that's the longest I've ever spent on one piece that isn't for my art classes. A lot of that had to do with the fact that I had to do a crowded background, and I had to follow some of the design conventions for the Playful Land attire. Holy shit, I need to breathe! Y'all love these unscripted videos, don't y'all? No, I'm kidding. I just like to ramble. Sketching, that took me a while, but I did notice that there were ribbons in the designs, which fit Akari beautifully, because she is kind of a more ballet-like character. So the ribbons were just too perfect. And so I decided to give her a ribbon choker and a ribbon hair tie for her hair, just to really bring home the ribbon stuff. And for her outfit, because the Playful-Land outfits were inspired by those outfits marching band players wear, I decided to do a mix of that and take inspiration from the Nutcracker. Honestly, I think this worked out beautifully because, well, it's mostly, I wouldn't say masculine attire, but definitely something Akari would wear. Could I have designed her with something more feminine? Or like, I guess that's the best way I can really describe it. Sure, but that's not really her character. I mean, yeah, sure, she wears a lot of pink, but I don't know. I just find drawing her in more masculine clothes to be more fun, especially considering her character. Anywho, more of the art process. I decided to keep the character and the background separate. That way it would be easier for me to line and render everything. And thank God I did, because had I done all the line art on one layer and all of the coloring on multiple layers that eventually merged into one, I would have cried. Big time. But that's enough for now. Playful-Land ramble, let's go. Like I mentioned earlier, I was not expecting the Playful-Land event to be that good. I wasn't expecting to like the antagonist of that event as much as I did. Sure, I want to punch that scam artist in the fucking face, but he was just so compelling. And can I just say, whoever did the rigging for his model did a fantastic job. It really brought out his character more, even without like voice lines, which I really do wish that the events also had voice lines, but whatever. And honestly, out of the two, Gino was my favorite. I kept expecting him to backstab Ernesto, but he was just so damn cute. And the Playful-Land outfits for the characters, I adore it. At first, I wasn't expecting some characters like Vil, Leona, and Jack and Jade to be on board with Playful-Land shenanigans. Hell, even Trey, of all people, I was just like, huh? But after learning about what happened in the story, I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'm not going to go too much into spoilers, because, well, spoilers. So, there's likely videos of the Playful-Land event on YouTube, if y'all missed out on it, or if you just don't really play Twisted Wonderland. But yeah, overall, it's definitely right there with Glorious Masquerade. It's definitely better than the Ghost Bride event. I really do not like the Ghost Bride event. So yeah, there is that on the Playful-Land event. Let's move back to the art for a bit. A lot of the hours I put into this drawing had to be because of the dynamic lighting. I did struggle a little bit on the skin, but usually once I figure out like how the light source will go, because I render the skin first, it's usually easier for me to envision things. Hell, y'all saw me pull out a 3D model head because, well, I really did need the reference. And yeah, I did decide to switch up my process a little bit. Do the more fun areas first, like the skin, like focus on the face and also the hair, which I have been enjoying my process for shading and just rendering overall. And it all came from laziness of trying to render hair for my comic in chapter 5. It's amazing what laziness can do for you in the art world. Or for your art style, for that matter. So, yeah. I really, really like doing dynamic lighting. I don't always do it, but when I do, it's a treat. I get to mix the soft shading that I love to do, along with the quote-unquote harder shading, which I just use the hard airbrush to define more of the shadows. Or like what I'm doing with the hair here, which is erasing areas where the light is hitting, and then also adding some blues to the shadows, because I don't know why, I've just been doing that lately. I think it was because of when I drew Tara playing a ukulele. I don't know, I was sad when I made that. But yeah, that's enough for the art for now. Some life stuff I want to talk about real quick. I did mention in the beginning that I will be graduating in a couple of weeks. Hooray, I'll finally be free from college hell. Which means I might be able to have more time to make videos, especially at the beginning of the new year. I am still looking for part-time work because I did have to quit my dining services job because of the workload for my classes. So yeah, trying to save money was hard. Oh, sorry if y'all heard that. That was my cat Coco. I will have some pictures of her on the screen here. She's absolutely adorable. So if y'all hear any meowing, Coco's demanding my attention, which I will be giving her after I post this video. Wrist is doing fine. It is experiencing some early signs of fatigue, so I'm gonna give it a couple of days, which hey, Thanksgiving's coming up. I should be taking a break anyways, but unfortunately I still have projects I need to do because of critique. But don't worry, I will pace myself. So yeah, that's basically it on life stuff. I do have plans of posting more again, and hopefully I will be able to financially support myself while I do stuff like this. Like right now I consider YouTube to be a hobby, which I don't really mind, to be honest. I mean, it's fun. I mean, sure, having all the fun stuff is cool and all, but I really just enjoy making these videos for y'all, just rambling like there's no tomorrow, drawing, and sharing my art with y'all. Oh yeah, and I did delete Instagram for my mental health. I haven't deleted my account yet, but at this point I am considering doing so. If y'all have been keeping up for these past few weeks, I think you'll understand why, because dear lord, that was not good for anyone's mental health. Yeah, so basically current events really fucked with my mental health, and honestly this Instagram detox has been serving me well. So while it is the biggest following that I have, I think it's about time that I just hang up my coat and leave Instagram for good. So which means I will be putting my focus more onto Blue Sky and Tumblr. So yeah, I will also be doing my best to promote my commissions more. So hey, once my wrist is better, I will get a card going for holiday sales. I do plan on doing a 50% off thing for the holidays. If that doesn't work, oh well, there's always next year, and I can always improve on my marketing skills later. So yeah, that's basically it. Not really looking forward to Thanksgiving this year, though. When have I ever looked forward to Thanksgiving since 2017? That's a story for another day. But hey, at least I'll be making something this year. Oh yeah, and I do enjoy baking. Yeah, that's I'm just going on a tangent at this point. I do have a couple of ideas for videos. They will be Kingdom Hearts related. The Draw With Me one is kind of Kingdom Hearts related. I mean, it's of my Kingdom Hearts OC, and hint hint, the style studies of a certain messy writer and creator of the Kingdom Hearts series. And I have a good idea for... Oh, and I have a speed paint of Tara that I want to do a Draw With Me video for, or just basically talk about my process. And there's one more that I want to do before the new year ends. If not, then I can always have it as like a New Year's thing after I do my Meet the Artist video. Because y'all deserve to get to know me a little better, besides, well, me rambling over art. Yeah, that's... Well, really need to say something other than... Yeah, that's pretty much it. I do have plans on making a new backdrop for videos, as well as a new video border and new sprites. I kind of stopped using the sprites that I initially created, only because I accidentally deleted the original backdrop for my earlier videos. So, Oops. So that will be my goal for the new year. Make those. I mean, if y'all would like to see a speed paint of me making my new sprites, then let me know. But yeah, life is a little rough. But hey, I'm getting through it, and that's basically it on the life stuff. Since we still got a little bit of time, let me ramble a bit more about the art stuff. Rendering the character was more fun compared to the background because for whatever reason I stupidly decided, hey, what if I merged all of the background elements into one layer and just render that? I mean, it kind of helped, but also it probably would have been beneficial had I just gone through my regular process, but oh well. Mistakes were made, but the background isn't of too much importance because really I was just gonna put the Gaussian blur filter over my art, or my art for the background, and just, yeah. I do wish I spent a little more time on the background, but much like the SSR cards for the Playful Land event, the background wasn't the focus specifically, it was of the SSR characters. And which, speaking of the cards, I think I mentioned it before, but I absolutely love the outfits. And I find it very funny that even the rare cards for this event, they had some semblance of dynamic lighting, which I thought it was pretty neat. Oh yeah, you may have noticed that throughout the speed paint, I used a color layer. I just covered the canvas with white and added a color layer. It's just to make sure that my values were distinct enough to keep the character from blending in too much with the background. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, hell, if y'all want, maybe I can make a video on my art process that y'all can learn from or something. Who knows? And now we're getting to the final stages of the drawing, which, as much as this took a very long time, I am super proud of this piece, and dear Lord, I got burnt out. I don't plan on doing any more like this, at least for the time being, but for now, here is the final image. Overall, like I said, I am super proud of this, and yeah. I will likely leave a template for this below, so if it's in the description, great. If not, oops. And that is basically it. Thank you all for listening to me ramble. Or for watching and listening to me ramble. Oh my god, I have not done this in forever. If you would like, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing with your friends. If you feel so inclined, my commissions are open, so if you want some art from me, the link to my artistry.io request form will be in the description and pinned comment along with my socials. I am on Kara, Tumblr, and Blue Sky. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you all in the void again real soon. Goodbye!